You're listening to the very 70th episode of the Celtic Crack Podcast.
Boom. And we're live. We're not live. Man, I literally zoned out there. As you were saying that, I just looked over there and I just went away into my own little world, and then I just kicked back in and was like, oh shit, he said he said the intro there, didn't he?
We're like, boom, and we're not live.
Boom, and we're on talking shite. This is That 70s Show.
Oh, it is.
That 70s Show.
Which one am I?
I was thinking of that one all day, wasn't I? Just thought of it now.
I'm the one whose name that I can't remember.
Oh, yeah.
That 70s Show. Mila Kunis.
Oh,
She in
Mila
that?
Kind. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And Ashton Kutcher.
I know
And
Ashton
your
Kutcher
man,
was in
what
there,
plays Fez.
And in the blonde one, she did, didn't she? That one.
Oh, she's not, is she?
You know, she was Ashton Kutcher's... No. She
No.
was your man's sister.
Yeah.
I think, I don't know, is she dead or something? Or, I don't know.
Don't know, no, I didn't hear anything about that. 70s Show.
Mad old shit.
Your man, you see your man that played Fez, remember Fez? Pure
Kind of.
stupid kind of, he was supposed to be like a Latino fella or something.
Yeah,
Was it
I
Mexican?
keep getting, when I'm trying to picture it, all I can think of in my head is the Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
Can't think of...
He was like a little Mexican fella or something anyway, and he was like, he spoke with like kind of lisp and all this.
Yeah.
So he had a weird old speech impediment.
I do. What's your man's name in the Big Bang Theory? Raj, is it?
Big Bang Theory, Raj,
is it?
Yeah,
Yeah, like
Indian
when
fella.
I just keep thinking of him.
Yeah, him there.
Yeah, I just keep thinking of him when I'm trying to picture this fella.
It's pure weird, like, because like this show was on telly, and like I'd say by the time I saw it, the show was probably already like 10 years old or
Yeah,
something,
yeah,
and then you see your man and he's just a pure normal young fella. Like, he's not one bit, you know, he's American and everything, like pure American accent, and he doesn't dress like that or anything, like.
Yeah, I can't remember it now at all.
Yeah, I never really watched it all that much, like, it was just one of those fucking things that used to be on. Then you see
Yeah.
Mila Kunis and you're like, alright, leave it on. Not too bad.
But like, yeah, turn it up.
Mila Kunis.
Zoom in.
Shut up, Meg. Imagine
Shut the hell your mouth, Meg.
you were with her, like, and you just hear
Yes.
Meg Griffin every time she talks.
Yeah.
No.
Imagine arguing with her, that'd be class. Shut up, Meg.
Yeah. She was saying, I seen her in interviews, and she was saying people say it to her all the time in the street, like,
Oh,
everything
yeah?
was just fucking course to do, like. You probably think then, I got her a good one.
Yeah, she never heard that one before.
Yeah. This is your one, yeah? Oh, she died in 2013.
Yeah, that's the one I was
Lisa Robin Kelly. Jesus.
How'd she die? Or did it say?
70s show.
I suppose they're not really going to say how she
Early
died.
life, legal issues. They'd usually give some kind of a cause, like, wouldn't they?
Yeah, I don't know.
Doesn't say. She was aged 43. Fuck, she was young, like.
Right. Jesus, yeah. Yeah, I was saying to, I was selling Stooge last week, Mikey. Troy McClure. Remember in The Simpsons?
Yeah.
You know, he died.
Oh, I heard something about it. Yeah.
It was years ago, like
Yeah.
but it was his anniversary there recently. His wife killed him.
Jesus.
Oh, yeah, I was
She
just going
was,
to say, he had some mad story, didn't he?
Yeah, well, she was a drug addict, and I don't know what happened. She must have been aggressive or abusive or something like that. But she killed him anyway. He voiced a good few characters in Simpsons, like.
Did he do The Liar as well?
Yeah, Lionel Hutz, yeah. Lionel
yeah.
Hutz, Troy McClure. I can't think now off the top of my head. I think
Kent Brockman, did he do that?
maybe, I don't know. Do you remember that? I think he did. Remember that Carol fella who came into the power plant?
Lenny and Carl.
No. Carol, this was a different Carol. It was when Homer got the hair fucking growth. No, the hair growth stuff. Remember, and Bart used them, gave himself a mustache.
Oh, yeah.
It was the Mox in it was called. And the real stuff that's actually in here. No, if you look at that Regain stuff or anything, obviously I'm not fucking using it. But if you look at Regain, it says it underneath it. The thing The Simpsons was called Demoxenil.
Yeah, it's like they mixed up the word.
Yeah,
didn't
but it was like Denoxamil or something like that. But they just Demox something. But
chemical.
he asked fucking Minoxidil, yeah, and they call it Demoxenil. But yeah, he asked Mr. Burns for the money for it, and Mr. Burns wouldn't give it to him, so they ended up, I think he put it down to the fucking plant's expenses or something like that, and they ended up getting caught. But anyway, that fella who was in it, he had a pure mad voice. He was like, my mother told me never to kiss a fool. And then he kisses Homer, like, because obviously Homer's not
I remember
a fool.
that.
He's a pure weird, he's the weirdest accent just ever in The Simpsons, I think. Like, it's pure, wow, Homer, you had to,
it reminds me of something.
Reminds
me of some fucking character, I can't remember who though.
Yeah.
So I might as well just shut up about it, mightn't I?
Yeah.
I hate when I do that.
I might as well shut up about it, mightn't I, as well?
Mightn't I as well, no? I might as well.
Do you know about that?
Hey, Tommy.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah, what about old Leo Varadkar anyway? Delivered another glorious speech that he thought up all by himself.
Yeah.
Cheeky bastard.
But like, yeah, I can't understand why he's not quoting like actual people. Like, he's just using things out of movies. Like,
for anyone that missed it, like Leo Varadkar, and for anyone who's outside of the country, that's our Taoiseach, which is like our Prime Minister. He just gave a speech and he decided to quote the Lord of the Rings in the middle of it. He didn't say like, here's a quote from the Lord of the Rings. He said like, what did he say? I'm going to quote a wise man.
I'm going to quote a wise man, yeah.
I think like, is he playing a game with us or what? See if we figure out where the quote's from. So you can just Google it these days. Like,
yeah, I don't know.
I just loved the idea though. When I saw it first, I was like, please tell me he has a speechwriter who's writing these speeches and just giving them to him. And he's gone out then and your man's sitting at home like roaring laughing, telling his friends, watch, he's going to say the thing from the Lord of the Rings.
Like, and Leo's there, and who said that quote? And be like, oh, I was just a philosopher years ago. Just say it, trust me, like, you know.
Or like, if I could just imagine, I was thinking of it the other night, man. I was roaring laughing, like thinking of like he did it the first time, like he's done it a few times now. He quoted a line from Dermot Kennedy's song. He quoted the Terminator.
Yeah. Did he?
Yeah. We were joking, and imagine he said, I'll be back at the end of the next one.
Life is like a box of chocolates.
Yeah. Imagine it.
Like
the thing about a virus is... Mama said, this virus is the devil. And all the old ones be sitting at home, oh, it's the devil, hear that now? Everything is the devil with you, Leo. Fuck's sake.
But like, I'll quote a wise man. Gold jacket, green jacket, who gives a shit? Everyone's standing there going, what the fuck?
Quote a wise man. Imagine he started doing impersonations and all. Oh, I wish I could tell you that the virus went away. I wish I could tell you that. That was my Morgan Freeman. I was just thinking, man, it'd be fucking gas if he had a script writer who was giving him the script. So he gave him the first one, told him nothing. He went out and he quoted the Terminator, and then he sees it all over the line. Leo just quoted the Terminator, and he goes back to your man. Your man's like, all right. Look, he was like, you can't fucking act the bollocks like that no more. And then the next one, he gives him another one. And every time Leo comes back, he was like, you little bastard.
Fuck's sake.
This fella just pissed himself.
Do you remember that picture of him in the park with no top on?
Who, Leo?
Yeah.
No.
What?
No.
He was in Phoenix Park with his friends, standing there with no top on.
Yeah.
He had like a cup in his hand. No, I don't know, was he drinking or what was he doing?
Probably.
But people were saying like, comments underneath going, this is an old picture, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. But then I saw another yoke and it was like, Leo responds, look at him.
Oh, Leo, boy. What's that there? Is that just a shadow? Oh, it's a shadow. I thought they've actually put black lines across his nipples there. Just no. Fucking thing.
Oh, it's his hand.
Yeah, there's two of them, look.
Yeah, so people were saying like fucking, oh, this is an old picture. And he came back then going, he responded going, you have to live your life.
Yeah.
This was about 2 or 3 weeks ago now, like when things were way stricter than they are now.
I suppose I was just about to say like in one way, yeah, fair enough, because there are a lot of people out there who are cracking up from staying in the house.
Each other's business,
but that's what I was going to say. Like, there's no social distancing there.
That's him chilling then, like. And he looks way more tanned in that fucking. Did you notice that in that last speech?
Oh yeah,
he was very tanned in that.
He's been out and about, like. Yeah. Out of that, now he has a sunbed at home.
No, I know he's not fully from an Irish descent, like, but he never looks as dark as he did now in that. He looks like he has the kind of skin that tans, like. Yeah. So he just doesn't look like
his father's Iranian or something, isn't he? Is it Iran he's from?
Is it?
I don't know.
Somewhere like that anyway, yeah. His father's an immigrant.
Like. Indian or something, no?
I don't know.
Maybe Indian, yeah. But Jesus, he fucking tanned a lot. Like, look for a picture of him in the latest interview, Mikey. So I was thinking, like, he definitely fucking, because of being out in the sun that much, like.
Blew this gas wide open. Done it again.
His hair looked a lot fucking fuller or something as well in that last one. You have to get something done.
That's him in his latest speech.
Okay, no, I don't know. When I saw it anyway, I was thinking, Jesus,
there's a lot of light on him.
Look at him there. Look at the bottom two pictures on the right hand side. Watch the two. See the difference in them.
Yeah. The old light. It's hard to tell anyway.
He could have been caked. Caked the makeup.
They do be. Do be.
Apparently, like, everybody who's on telly has makeup on.
Yeah, even like lads, I know lads who've done like theatre or whatever, you know, like on stage, and they have to wear like certain types of makeup. They have to wear like
concealer and all that.
Yeah, like eyeliner. Is it? What's fucking mascara? Is it on your eyelashes?
Getting their contour done.
They have to do their eyelashes anyway. Yeah. Mascara, is that what it says?
Yeah, but that'd be on your eyelashes, yeah.
Fucking, I think they have to wear that because it makes your eyes more visible or something like that. Then I don't know.
We were over in Brussels with school, and we were at the European Union, and we went into the, where all the world leaders kind of sit along the fucking, or all the leaders of the countries or whatever the fuck sit along the oak, and we were sitting in that, and they were doing like short interviews with us, whatever, like with a proper camera and bullshit like that, and they put makeup on us, like a small bit of makeup on us, like. I remember my hair was fucking. I went into school and I was after dyeing the top of my hair purple or something like that, and I used to dye, like I dyed it blonde another time, and my teacher knew like that I'd be always kind of doing stupid things like that, or one of the boys would try to give me a haircut, and I'd go into school and be gammy looking like. The teacher says to me, "We're going over here now. We're meeting the president of the European Union. Don't do anything stupid with your hair." Like that. I was like, "Yeah, all right." So there was only fucking 6 or 8 of us going. Said I only pick people now who I can trust to go. Blah blah. That won't be messing. Blah blah. And I was like, "Yeah, I want." So I says to one of the boys, "Will you cut my hair for me?" Like, because she said, "No, I can't do anything mad." Blah blah, whatever. So he was giving me a step back at the time, like, and so he did it, and he was like, "Oh no, that's a bit too high at one side." So I go up at this side. "Oh no, that's too high. No, that's too high." No, and it just ended up being way too high. So just cut all my hair off, and I fucking had it like this, like, and I was 16 or something like that. Went into school, and the teacher, I went in to leave for the trip, like, and the teacher was looking at me, my head shaved to the bone. She's like, "I asked you not to do anything." I was like, "I was trying not to."
It was an accident. Shaved my head by accident. Yeah. Someone just said there as well last week, I don't know where it was, but they said new drinking game or something, drink every time, or no, put a counter on the screen for every time Washley says,
counters.
Yeah, said every time Washley says blah 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 whatever. You just said it there about 20 times.
Did I?
Yeah. Watch this back in a while as you were telling that story. At the end of like every second sentence, you said blah 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 whatever. Blah 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 whatever.
Did I?
That's why I remembered it. It's gas where you get into the habits of doing things like that. Apparently, yeah. No, I said that one on purpose though, because I don't like saying something for definite if I don't know it's definite.
I didn't even realise I was saying that. No, blah blah whatever. Like
blah blah blah, yakety schmackety.
I'm just going to say nothing. I'll be there going, "Did I already say thanks tonight?" I don't want to say it again. No. Someone will be at my counter on the bottom screen going, "Bing bing bing bing." Ding. Remember the first time I said blah blah whatever. I didn't care. Give a belly.
Yeah. Oh man. Fucking. Yeah, so today is Sunday, tomorrow is Monday, in case you didn't know what day comes after Sunday, and that's the start of phase 2 then tomorrow, isn't it?
Phase 2 plus 1.
Oh, phase 2 plus, yeah.
Phase 2
phase 2
S3,
plus, if you will.
S3 mini.
A sort of a phase 2 plus, if you will.
But
to quote a wise man.
Yeah.
Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what phase you're going to get.
So we're allowed to go anywhere in our county.
Yeah.
From tomorrow on.
Or 20 kilometres from your home, whichever one kind of suits you better.
Even if you go into another county.
Yeah.
20.
I'd say it's for people who are probably like living, like if you were living on the border of Limerick and you worked in Clare, like obviously like you have to fucking...
If you were living in Carbery and you wanted to go to Westbury, like...
Yeah. Do you know?
Then you're going out into County Clare.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? Borders.
Like, I'm just going to County Clare to go to Tesco. But like, what?
You're past the border. I didn't see any fucking border. You're on about?
No, entering. Big checkpoint.
Yeah.
Picture they had big proper fucking hard borders around all the counties.
Yeah, Jesus.
I wonder, is there going to be people now like that's going to venture into other counties, and then when they get caught they'll go like, "Oh, I thought I was allowed to go 20 kilometres outside my county." I'd say they will.
Of course, yeah. They use every old excuse. But they seem to have eased off big time though with the fucking checkpoints, like.
But it's still in the back of your head, like I'd be still thinking like, I'm not going to go far now just in case they pull me, because what the fuck am I meant to say, like?
Yeah,
you know?
I'd say they're just going to get more strategic with them. Like, I'm still thinking whatever. I'm still thinking of it like when I'm going somewhere.
Yeah,
even just out of habit, like it's fucking weird the way you can just get conditioned like that so quickly, isn't it?
But yeah, that's the same thing. One of the lads was saying to me, he's living a bit fucking further than 20 kilometres even, or is he? No, I don't know. He's definitely further than 5 kilometres that we were allowed to travel anyway last weekend. And he says, "Oh, call out, blah, blah." I was like, yeah, but I just call out. And then I was thinking, what if I get stopped at the checkpoint halfway out? What am I supposed to say? Like, where are you going? Just going out here getting a Form 1 because I really like this Chinese. Even though I've done that loads and loads of times, they wouldn't really fucking sit with them. I was there. I ended up leaving my fucking tax go up my car for nearly 2 months. I tell you that, no?
Yeah.
Because when it first went out, I was kind of there going, what's the point in fucking taxing the car? It's going to be at home the whole time.
Yeah.
And I was walking everywhere, cycling everywhere. I was like, fuck it, it'll be grand. I'll leave it a while. And I just want, I'll just tax it in and fuck it. I know I'm losing out on a bit of tax, blah, blah, whatever. Shit. Fucking hell.
I thought you did that on purpose that time.
I should have just laughed at the end of it. But I ended up just leaving it for too long, not realising. And then I looked and it was like nearly 2 months out. And I was like, what the fuck? I have to just tax it.
You have to back tax it then.
So, but I knew I was going to have to back tax it anyway. And it wasn't as if I was trying to save any money or anything, because I was going to have to pay the same amount, if not more.
Way. Yeah,
because
more even.
it's more to back tax it. And I wasn't going to think like, I'm going to try to get away with this, because you can't really. But, so yeah, it was coming to the end of the month last month, like, and I was like, fuck it, I'll just tax it now. So now I've 2 months tax now for 4 months, like.
Yeah, it's a bollocks, isn't it? Joys of it. Get away with
for the
that
4 months that I paid, I only have 2 months, but I suppose I was still kind of driving, like.
Yeah.
And I was there thinking, like, yeah, but sure, tax offices know, what am I supposed to do? You know, surely they'll understand. And then I was kind of thinking, but it's 2 months, man. You know, fucking dodge.
You could tax it online though, all along, like, couldn't you? I sure I taxed mine.
I did have to do that. I ended up having to do that.
Yeah.
But hate it.
Handy, boy.
Nah.
I don't care.
I hate getting anything online.
Nah, I don't mind. As long as I get the confirmation email straight away on my phone to say that it's taxed, like, grand.
Yeah.
And same as well, like, they have all those old ANPR cameras these days, they know, like, they know before they even put you over.
Yeah, I hate buying anything online. Because you can't have it right there and then. Especially impulse buying, like. How can you impulse buy online? Like, will I buy it? Yeah, I will. I can't wait now for 3 weeks and that comes.
A lot of people do that, man. A lot of people sit down there when they just get out the card and they just
I get no thrill out of that.
Nah.
I get a thrill now. If I had fucking a couple of £100 now and I got it into my head, fuck it, I'll go buy this now, or I'll blow it on JD's or whatever.
Yeah.
I get a bit of a thrill out of that, like. But whereas if I went online and spent £500 on something, I was like, I have to wait for it now.
There's only certain things that I buy.
If it was next day or 2 or 3 days, fair enough.
It's not even the wait for me. It's like the certain things you would have to try them on and
yeah.
Just like
a swimming tag, like.
Yeah, it's not. Or sex ties or something.
Yeah, you have to try it on.
You have to try it on.
Side and Summer's trying it on.
Where's the changing room?
That's closed, actually. Closed down. And Summer's.
Yeah. And Summer's. That was on Cruiser Street, is it? That one?
Yeah.
It's gone. Buys. People stop having sex or what?
I think so, yeah.
Fuck. I definitely did anyway.
Stop having sex with plastic things anyway. Priest.
Yeah, that's weird.
And the other one is gone. That Thelma Louise is gone.
Yeah.
That's gone ages, like. So where's people's meant to go now?
Where was that one?
Down by, I was just going to mention somewhere there. Down by the side of Dunn's in town.
Oh yeah, I didn't even know that one. Don't think.
Yeah, it's next to a pub down there. Can't remember the name of the pub. Yeah, do you know? No, were we at the pizza at the bus stop?
Yeah,
the lockdown.
Yeah,
not that side of Dunn's. The opposite side.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. There's a pub there. Yeah,
on the left.
It was there. I'd probably not know if I seen it, but
I don't. Yeah. I think I only went in there once just to snigger at things like with someone.
Yeah.
So, look at that.
Yeah, I feel weird about going into places. Yeah. I feel weird about going into places like that. Like
this man who tried to put rubber fist away on us. But
there was a stage before where I used to be going into one the whole time because one of the lads was the manager on there.
And you just go in and chat to him, like?
I used to always be calling into him like,
well man, how are you? Walking up.
Give us a go off this swing. Yeah, fucking it was weird, like, but I didn't mind because I knew in my head that I was going in there just for that reason.
People aside going in and out,
I know,
know that, like.
Give a fuck though, as long as I know.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's grand. I'm not doing anything weird.
Yeah, one of the boys I know fucking went into that Thelma Louise's on his break from work one day, and I think he wasn't even getting anything for himself, but he was like, I think what it was is that somebody was like, oh, I want to get this for my girlfriend or something, and then they were like, oh, but I wouldn't go in there. And he was like, why wouldn't you go in there? What song would you like? Like, oh, no, I'd be mortified going. I'll go down. He says, I think it was for someone I was working with or whatever. Went down there on his break in his fucking work gear. And somebody spotted him going in there and came back up to the job and was like, oh, I seen one of your lads there going into the fucking place. Which one of you was that? Or whatever, like. Got caught rapid, like. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I couldn't walk into one of them places and buy something, like.
I wouldn't care if I wanted to actually go in and buy something. But
does this vibrate strong now, or?
Yeah. It's
you wouldn't mind going and buy something, no?
It's just some of the weirdos you see in there, man. I know, like, from being in there last time, there's some creepy little fuckers in around the place with weird fetishes and all, like, which look.
I was going to say weird faces.
Each to their own, like, and all that, but I don't know. Like, I remember, like, that place had a wanking booth upstairs.
The one, oh yeah?
Yeah, like that's the maddest thing ever. People will go in.
And what size is the boot? 10?
It wasn't even a boot. They
put on this boot and have a wank. It's the best one you'll ever have. Like, what?
Wank into this boot.
But like, the boot is still warm from the last guy. Big Doc Martin and you're stuff your feet into it.
Fuck's sake.
Make sure you put a condom on your foot first. But go on.
But yeah, fucking, it was just a room upstairs with a black leather couch and a TV on the wall. And you just pick a DVD, fucking DVD. Now this was years ago.
Yeah.
So you pick a DVD or whatever, and then you have to pay a €20 deposit, security deposit,
in case you wreck the place,
in case you leave any stains. And then like I was there one day, and I was talking to one of the lads who was running the place, whatever. And the fella came over and he was like, "Is it alright if I go upstairs?" And then he was like, "Yeah, no bother. You know how it works. Yeah, you have to give me the deposit, and then I have to check it afterwards, and all this kind of shit." Remember, he's like, "Yeah, I've been up there before and all this." And then so he gave him the money, and he went over and opened the door and left him upstairs. And then he came back, and I was like, "Do you not find that weird? He's gone up there now to have a wank." Like,
yeah, but you not just put 20 quid on a DVD in the shop or a magazine or something?
Yeah, they were like 60 and 70 quid the DVDs. Like, yeah, I couldn't get over that. Like, 'cause that's the one thing I used to always say to him: if these people not heard of the internet, like, there was fellas coming in the whole time buying these DVDs for 60 quid.
They probably wouldn't have been like as widely available as now, like, would it? Online
how long ago was it? I don't know. Probably not.
Were the DVDs in black and white?
No.
So it wasn't that long ago.
But yeah, fucking like your man then, like, so you pay by the minute or whatever. So we were chatting away, and next thing he looked over, and the fella was after coming down the stairs, and he was browsing around the shop again. And next thing he turned around and he spotted him. He was like, "What are you doing?" He was like, "You're still on the clock." He was like, "Oh Jesus, sorry, I forgot." And he was like, "How long have you been down?" He was like, "I'm going to have to charge you now for up until now because you didn't tell me when you came down." Like, he was like, "Yeah, no bother." And then he'd say, "Man, 1 second, I have to go up and check for stains." Like, I was like,
fucking black, like walking around the place.
Yeah, come back then and give him back his deposit.
Disgusting with my stomach.
Imagine,
that's
like,
fucking weird, man.
I don't know. Then, like, if
has you never heard of a fucking page 3 girl? Like,
yeah, it's weird, man. Some of the stuff they have, like, they had magazines in there that were just literally you flick through them and it was all just pictures of legs. Just legs, like, from like the waist down or whatever.
Yeah.
That's all it was. Is some men just love legs, like.
Yeah.
Oh, I like a nice pair of legs, but I wouldn't flick through a whole magazine.
I don't know. I wouldn't be like, people say to me, "Oh, legs are one." Wouldn't fucking do anything
nice.
for me now.
Yeah, like, sure, like every part,
really.
really.
They're not hairy, like.
Do you know? Yeah.
Do you know? Like, what's the legs are one? You could plait them by. Plait her puss. But yeah, that's very fucking weird, man. But
yeah, I don't know. I think I'm a bit boring when it comes to that shit. I've no fetishes. Like, I'd love a fetish.
Yeah,
I'd love to have some mad thing that really just drives me mad.
What's the definition of a fetish now?
I think it's just something that you're really into.
The definition of a fetish, just so we could be like, "Oh wait, it only has to be that mild to be a fetish."
Yeah, I think it's something that you kind of like obsess over a bit, and you really love it.
Yeah, but does it have to be weird?
Don't think so. No.
Could it be like, "Oh, I have a fetish for tits"?
Yeah, I suppose, probably.
Yeah.
Maybe I do so.
Okay, a form of sexual desire in which gratification is linked to an abnormal degree to a particular object, item of clothing, part of the body, etc. A man with a fetish for surgical masks. We could do with him now, couldn't we? An intimate object worshipped for its supposed magical powers or magical?
Yeah,
powers are because it's considered to be inhabited by a spirit. Well, that's a different. Okay, so it has to be a form of sexual desire in which gratification is linked to an abnormal degree. So it just has to be you're mad into tits, like,
yeah, to
like
a particular object.
You can't get enough of tits, like,
yeah, just really just fucking all about them ditties, like.
Don't know where the ankle ends and the calf begins.
There's some fine cankles.
But yeah, so fuck it, yeah, no. So I don't have a fetish, so either, if that's the case.
Nah, like, loads of things I like about women and all, like, but fetish, like, I don't know. I just thought I was fucking feel a bit jealous of these people that have something like that where they're just like, fuck.
Yeah, but is that
this drives me wild.
Yeah,
but like, I'd love to have that kind of reaction to something.
Would that not mean that everything else would be kind of like
kind of shit? Yeah.
Theoed in.
I like women in glasses.
You do?
See glasses. That
would it be a fetish though?
Gets me going, like.
Yeah. Why is that?
Yeah. Pop your card into the machine.
You know
there,
why?
So.
You know why that is. You know what you want to do to those glasses.
Because the eyes are protected.
He knows exactly what he wants to do to those glasses. That's a weird one. Like, Joe Rogan talked about that in his comedy special. Remember, he was like, women wearing those black framed glasses, you know exactly what you're doing. Or he was saying, every man sees those and thinks, I want to blow my load on those glasses.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And he was like, if you didn't know that, like, now you do. Like,
yeah.
So women are walking around there and they're posting pictures and all this, thinking they're cute and all, like, and that's what men think when they see
That's
them.
what
Just so
men
you know,
with
girls.
probably glasses fetishes like Mikey think.
Yeah, that's
Would
what
you
he
say
thinks.
no? It's like a fetish. Like, is it an abnormal amount? Like,
Yeah, like if I saw a group of women, I'd say they're all good looking, but the one with the glasses would just catch my eye first for some reason.
Yeah.
Okay. So
would that
Mikey,
be a fetish though?
So,
Would you be like,
I don't know,
fucking glasses?
are you jealous of Mikey?
But like, if you were having sex, no, because I'd have loads of little things like that. Like,
yeah.
A lot of fellas kind of like high heels and, you know, leave the high heels on when they're doing it, like, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awkward.
Yeah.
That's awkward. Been stabbed in the past.
Yeah. For wearing high heels.
Yeah.
For wearing high heels.
On a Friday night.
Blah, 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 whatever.
I was just minding my own business, wearing my high heels.
Listen to my Will Smith CD.
Yeah.
But,
In my
yeah.
room. And the fella came in and stabbed me.
With high heel. To the neck. Yeah, so we don't have any fetishes. That's weird. Yeah, do you ever like, or when a girl like, says to you, like, what would your fantasy be now? Like, what would it be? Do you know? You'd be like,
I'm the same, like.
do you know?
So
But like, if I could like do stuff.
I think I just think too much about things like that, because you know when people go like, oh, the schoolgirl outfit really does it for me, I'm like, that's a bit perverted, like, do you know? I'm not fucking into little girls, like, do you know?
Yeah.
So I think, I don't know, I'm just thinking about it too much. Same with the
I
whole
don't know, but there's nothing that
call me daddy thing. That for years I thought was disgusting. Yeah, because I didn't I did though. I didn't understand it because I'd hear women saying it and I'd be like, are these weird women who have like some kind of sexual attraction to their fathers, like, you know, they want to ride their father or something. I was like, why are they calling men daddy?
Yeah, it doesn't.
But then
make sense.
it annoyed me because it's so fucking common. You hear it all the time. Like I googled it and apparently it's nothing to do with that. It's more like just say like if a fella scored a goal and he's like, who's the daddy? It's kind of like saying I'm the man, like, do you know?
Okay, yeah.
And it say like if you're in a relationship with a woman, like, and if you have kids or if you don't, whatever, like you're the daddy, she's the mammy kind of thing.
Yeah,
so not her daddy, but you're the daddy, like, do you know? Yeah, like you're the man of the house.
Yeah,
it's nothing to do with dominance, no. Like being
probably like you're the man of the house kind of a thing, like, do you know?
Yeah, the same with like scoring a goal kind of thing, that kind of daddy thing. That would be kind of like the dominant male of this.
Yeah, I'm the daddy, like, kind of thing, do you know? So it's in that way it's all right, because before that I used to be like, man, if I was ever with a girl and she said that in the middle of it, I'd be fucking freaked out, like, calling me daddy. I was like, what? Do you know, you'd have to stop and be like, what? No, why did you say that? Do you know, why were you thinking about your father? Do you know? I was like, this is twisted, but apparently it's not.
Do you ever come across, like, just in all years of, you know, speaking to different people, whatever, like, and somebody has like these weird things that they say, just like that, no, that daddy thing. I'm not even saying like, oh, do you want sex? Did anybody ever say? But even just talking to girls, and one of them would have all these weird things, and you're thinking like, I can't even explain what I'm trying to say, but like, you'd just come across somebody who'd be like, oh yeah, fucking, I'd like know if you call me daddy or whatever the fuck like that.
Yeah.
And you're just like, how? Why? You know, where did you get this out?
Yeah.
How come everybody else is not like that? Like, fuck.
Like another one as well was the whole choking thing.
Yeah.
Like so many women love that. Like not actually being choked, but you know, putting your hand on their neck and just to hold them down, that kind of shit. Like, but the first time I heard of that as well, I thought it was so fucking strange. I still think
that's kind of weird.
No, I kind of get it now.
I don't understand it now, because like,
kind of get it now.
I've had fucking, I've heard it was said to me like kind of thing about that before, and I was kind of thinking, all right, that's weird, whatever. And then, but like, a girl ever get kind of rough with you, like, and then you're, I don't know.
She's not around anymore.
I don't like that at all. Like, I got rougher.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think I'm very kind of non-judgmental about that shit. If a girl was into whatever, I'd be like, all right, cool.
If she's rough with you,
yeah, whatever, like, I don't care.
Yeah, would it not kill your vibe? Like,
no, like, she's not going to be able to fucking dominate me physically.
No, I know, but like, even if a girl like pulls the hair on her chest or something like that, and the joint, like, and it hurts, like, I don't get enjoyment out of that, like.
Yeah.
Do you know, it's kind of like, relax a bit, like, chill out.
What about digging the nails into your back?
It's sore, like.
Yeah, you don't like it, nah? It kind of heightens things.
Yeah, but maybe like to an extent, no, but not hurting me, like somebody like.
Yeah, not drawing blood or anything, like.
Yeah, but I don't know, but pain, like, you know, some people. Yeah,
some people love that.
Are just like, oh yeah, I associate with pain, with having a good time, like, kind of thing. But nah, it just kills it for me.
No
like,
biting either, nah.
A small bit, like, but not as long as it's not sore, like. As long as it's not painful.
Yeah.
Do you know? That's why I draw. That's where I draw the line. Like, fair enough.
I just said I've no fetishes. Now I'm coming up with all this weird shit.
Fair, yeah. For like, you know, she sticks a screwdriver in you. You're like, what?
Yeah.
But pain, no.
Yeah.
I heard. What?
Like, I haven't been with a lot of women, but a few of them have been like, they like getting their hair pulled. Like,
yeah, that's another one. Yeah,
but okay, so when your hair, before you got shaved bald there last week, if you had long hair and she pulled your hair to the point that it hurt you,
yeah,
like would that not?
Oh yeah, that would turn off, but it depends what you're into. Like, but I mean,
yeah, I just
you have to do something for the other person as well as she does something for you. You know, it's that type of thing, you know?
Exactly. Yeah, it's a very different thing though. You can't really expect like a man's brain to react the same as a woman's brain. Like,
yeah, we'll just say different. If a girl said,
in the most cases, like, men don't like being dominated by women.
Yeah.
A lot of times women do like being not really dominated, but they like a man to kind of show his power. Kind of shit,
but like not even that. We'll just say a girl said, "Okay, pull my hair," and you pull her hair. Fair enough. Yeah. But then she reaches up and pulls your hair if you have hair.
Yeah.
Or pulls your fucking beard. Imagine that now. And then it's sore. Like when you pull her hair, it obviously hurts her if you pull it hard enough.
Yeah,
it hurt her to an extent. Like. But then if I feel any pain at all, it's just like, oh no, why are you causing pain to me? I don't like this.
Nah.
No, it just kills the fucking vibe, like.
Nah, all of that, man. Yeah, fucking like the hair pulling thing, for some reason, I never took any notice of that. That's just always been a thing.
Yeah.
And I never really thought about it. I kind of just got that straight away or whatever. But it was like that same fellow who used to manage the sex shop.
He liked his hair being pulled.
No, he said it to me. It was the first time I'd heard of it, like in real life. Like, you know, this was years ago now. He was like, yeah, this one I'm meeting at the moment, she loves me to choke her. And I was like, what? He was like, yeah, choke her. Like, I was like,
when you're arguing?
Yeah, you know, I was like, what do you mean choke her? And he was like, in the middle of having sex, like, choke her. I was like, man, that's fucking weird. Like, there's something wrong with her. Like, I thought it was very strange. Then I'd say about 2 weeks later, after the first time I heard of it, I was with a girl and she said it to me in the middle of it. I genuinely, like, I'd say she left all disappointed because I couldn't really even do it. I was just like I just had my hand on her neck and I was kind of like, you know, and I was like, I just, in my head, I was like, I don't want to hurt her.
Die or anything.
Yeah. I was like, I don't want to fucking hurt her. Like, you know? But now I'm not about her. I choked the shit out of a bitch. Full of hair. But I'm a violent bastard, like in the bed. I'm not joking.
You're like, come on, let's go to bed. Okay, 1 minute, I get my stick. She's like, what? Yeah. I was joking, obviously.
Just get my baseball bat.
I heard a fella, he went back to a girl's house, right? He was in town and he met this girl and I think he kind of knew her. Something like that. And she was like, oh, come back to my place, whatever. So they got into a taxi, went out the road, pulled up outside, paid the taxi driver, got out of the cab, and we're walking in the drive. And she was like, I have to be quiet now because my parents are here. He was like, what? He was like, I thought this was your place, or you're renting with the girls, or whatever the fuck like that. And she was like, no, just you have to be quiet now because they're here, whatever, blah, blah. He was like, all right, fucking whatever. So I went in, and I think the parents were asleep upstairs, so they stayed downstairs on the couch, whatever, and they were getting into it. And she was like, hit me. And he was like, what? And she was like, just hit me. So he was like, I think he gave her like a little slap, just bare a little bit. And she was like, no, harder. For a finish, she said he was digging that off her. Like, she kept telling him, she was telling him, no, harder. Like, and he said he was hitting her proper slaps, like, and she was there loving it. Like, that's fucking weird. Mental. Like, that is mad.
Yeah, I've had some fucking mad ones as well when I think about it. Like,
on bed and he's down there digging head and riding her.
Yeah, I've often had like a girl as well to say like to bite me, you know, and you bite them, they're like harder, same thing. Like, and it gets to the point where you're like, if I go any harder, like my teeth are gonna fucking go through your skin. I'm a bit of a biter anyway. Yeah, so I don't.
I can't. No, but I can't do that. I can't give a hickey or love bite or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Can't do it.
I hate them anyway.
My tongue just gets full of taste of blood, and it just doesn't do anything. I could be, swear to God, man, I could be sucking on their neck for 10 minutes or whatever, and it won't mark them. Like, a very, very odd time. Like, I've probably given about 6 good ones in my life.
I've never really tried it.
Good ones.
That's proud of that.
I know, but do you know the way it kind of happens? Like,
yeah.
And then, I just can't. I don't know what happens. It's my tongue. Like, there's definitely people listening now that are the same as me, but my tongue just starts to taste like blood. Because whatever way I'm doing it, I know I'm putting too much pressure on my tongue or whatever the fuck, and I just get like a weird taste in my mouth, and nothing happens. Like, so I just became a biter instead.
Yeah, that's good. So, what about you, Mikey? Did you bite? You biter?
Yeah, I've
pillow biter.
Give a woman a hickey like in the shoulder before, like a big purple one.
Are you good at it?
No.
Yeah, I fucking hate them anyway, man.
But you ever come across a girl like, and she'd literally just go bump and bang.
Yeah, I've had it done to me a few times and I'm like, for fuck's sake, man, they're disgusting looking like.
No, I don't
disgusting.
care. I don't give a bollocks as long as you can't see them.
Yeah, but that's what I mean, like whatever about there, but like walking around with them all over your neck, I just think that, I don't know, they're horrible looking, like they're really not nice. People walk around wearing them proud out, like I was with someone last night kind of thing.
If you're 14, that's okay. Like,
yeah, but like, ugh. I don't know, they just look, I don't know, they look kind of dirty or something.
I can remember being fucking 15, 16, like, and coming home and I'm on my neck, like, and my mother was snapping. I know, you have to be done to be getting love bites. I was there thinking, like, no, you don't, ma'am, because I did nothing. Like,
or they'd always be
standing at the corner getting the neck sucked off you, like, for no reason, like, it's fucking stupid, but that's just what we used to do.
It was a thing, like,
Do you know, and fucking, I remember one day I had a mock Nike hoodie. Do you remember?
Hike.
No, it actually said Nike in it. I seen a mock Nike pants before, and instead of Nike, it said 9. Swear to God, it was like that. It was like N-I and then another N-E.
Yeah.
And it was an upside down number 9 instead of a Nike sign.
Ah, for fuck's sake.
Like a side with, like, the 9 was lying down.
Yeah.
And then the thing, you know, it was going like that, like, and it said 9. But do you remember those? No, I guarantee that people will remember these hoodies. Or it was like a fucking rectangle, kind of. It was like a rectangle with Nike written across it, just in big writing, right? Mm-hmm. But the rectangle was kind of this way.
Oh, yeah.
And then the corner here was rounded and the corner there was rounded.
Yeah.
And literally everybody was making fucking mock ones and selling them. But the hood used to be way too small on them. So if you pull the hood up, you're like Kenny or the South Park. Your head is like this. So I had a fucking love bite when I was about 15, 16. I had one of them hoodies. I just walked around the house for 2-3 days with the fucking hood up all the time. Like my mother, will you take down that hood? And be like, no, I'm freezing or whatever. Just wouldn't, because she fucking killed me once or twice. Like.
I remember people putting toothpaste on them and shit, trying to get rid of them. Like, does that even do anything?
Aftershave or anything, I don't know.
Putting on mad shit on their neck, trying to get rid of it. Yeah, they're a weirdo thing, man.
Yeah.
Just, I don't know. I think as well, like, there's a lot of girls especially that like to give them to fellas to, like, marking their territory. Like,
yeah. Just be like, oh, even like, you can't do anything else now because you're going to be marked for a week or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Or I've
had a lot of scratch marks on my chest after one.
Oh, yeah.
Like, just down across my biceps. Like, they were there for over 4 or 5 days. Like,
fuck's sake.
That's the job.
But there was, you know, that Naked Attraction?
Yeah.
Who was I listening to? I think it was on the radio. And there was 2 female DJs talking, and no, sorry, it wasn't. It was one man and one woman talking, and they were saying that they were watching Naked Attraction. I think they said that they were sitting down eating something. Then they looked up, and this Naked Attraction was just on, so they just watched it because it was on. But I'd watch it away, like, you know, but I don't have the channel for it. I don't think I've seen it once, twice before. But so they were there anyway. Oh, they start like at the fucking feet or whatever, and then they worked their way up slightly. Blah 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 blah. Went up. And it got to one person, big love bite in his neck on the fucking yoke. And somebody was like, I think they threw him out. Look for a love bite, Mikey, or Hickey, or whatever the fuck. And just type it in after that. And someone was like, what's the story of that like? And he was like, oh, I pulled at the hotel last night. Or no, I stayed at the hotel last night. I'd say Hickey. Maybe Mikey. He was like, I went out last night and I pulled. That's what happened. Like, I've been there to the fucking show with a fucking big hickey.
Fuck's sake. Yeah, I think that's another one as well. Like, I've seen, say, like, if a group of lads were going away for the weekend, and then one of the lads who has a girlfriend or whatever arrives on the day, and he has a big hickey on his neck, like, our missus marks you so other women would know that you're with someone. But newsflash, other women don't give a fuck.
Yeah, they
really don't. They're deadly. Like,
they'd
nearly try harder if they thought you were with someone. Like, half of them.
Yeah, it's not best. 46 best strawberries images, hickeys, couple goals. What's this, like a fucking...
Oh God, is strawberries now a fucking nickname from or something?
Here.
39 best, the lovely bruises.
I love when I see, do you know, I love slagging people about having them. But what my way of usually slagging them is just saying their first name and then putting a hickey at the end.
Yeah.
Like if it was somebody like me, like with the name David or whatever, and then be like, watch David Hickey.
Yeah.
That's just I think my funniest way to make fun of people who have a hickey or a love bite. They're like, look at love bite. Like, no, I don't even love her, honest.
It's a fucking passion bite.
It's a faking bite.
A one night bite.
A one bite stand.
Yeah. Fuck's sake. I don't know. Turns out I might be into a bit of weird shit, so I didn't think any of that was weird. Like, you know, a bit of like scratching, biting, slapping.
What if she was like, pass me the charger?
I'd be like, where are you putting it?
Like that, look.
Oh, what? Doctors removed 2-foot-long charger cable from Indian man's bladder. Oh, bloody! From his bladder.
How did he get his bladder?
He was fucking or no?
He was probably charged.
Why you were doing?
Was he charging his Jap's eye?
He was fucking going to accident, you know.
Oh, man.
Don't shout at me, bloody. Shouting no good, man.
A 2-meter one, was it?
Yeah.
So he went on to Wish and bought a fucking charger cable and shoved it up his Jap's eye or something.
From his bladder.
Yeah. Doctors remove skinny and knock a charger from men.
How the fuck, like?
How does it get into your bladder? Wait, no.
So I'm not... What did it say there? What does... No.
What? Though I'm not exactly sure about this man's health or...
About his mental health.
His mental health. Some people do things for sexual gratification, but this man took it a little too far.
He hardly rammed it up there.
Yeah.
No, how do you get 2 meters of it all the way up to your fucking bladder, like? Can you even... I never even thought, like, oh my God, I don't know. I never thought you could even do something like that.
No.
I don't get it.
I just got a pain there on my bladder.
Yeah, fuck that shit, boy.
So he must have been swallowed or inserted deliberately for sexual gratification.
Swallowed? But sure, if you swallow it, would it not go into your stomach?
It's in his bladder.
Yeah.
So
would he have to drink it?
I'd say he probably ingested it, like, yeah.
How does it end up in your bladder?
Would it have to go down a different hole?
Not a different hole, like, but once it gets down there, it would have to be processed differently, I suppose, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but
it's not going to recognise
drinking
that
food
as...
don't... Oh no, they do, don't they?
They all go down the same hole.
Yeah, I was thinking of breathing. I got confused.
That's mad the way that works. There's a little trap door that opens and closes so that you don't accidentally drink stuff into your lungs.
Yeah, and when you do,
your body just does that then.
Do you know when it kind of a little bit gets in there, like how the fuck does that happen? Like,
yeah, I don't think it gets in there. I think it just probably flicks it.
Is
like, that went down the wrong hole, because people have often said, like, if it went down the wrong hole, you'd be dead. Do you know?
You could, because people say like you can drown in a teaspoon of water or whatever. I don't think it gets down there at all.
Yeah, I think it takes much. I don't know. Fucking but yeah, I don't know how that ended up in his bladder anyway. Weird bastard. So what was his plan? Was his plan to fucking... The gratification was going to be it coming out?
Oh God, I don't know.
Fuck's sake, man.
But if I fucking... Oh yeah, maybe he thought... Because if it was me, like if someone said, if you swallow a charger, where's it going to go? I just think, stomach. How's it going to come out? Shit it out.
Yeah.
That's what I think. Yeah. So, I don't know, did he know it was going to go into his bladder?
I would imagine, like, I would thought... Yeah, I don't know how the fuck he got it in there. But I would have thought if you fucking swallowed something that big with no nutritional value, like that's not going to be broken down by the acids in your stomach or anything, it would just sit there. That's what I would have thought. Like, I wouldn't imagine.
How you shit it out?
Yeah.
No, but sure, how do you think they fucking shit out like drugs and shit like that in like when they swallow drugs and all and go on the planes?
Oh, they do, don't they?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so
and
it
then
will pass through.
You hear of people in like where the packets burst in them or whatever.
Yeah,
can
I was thinking. Yeah, I was just thinking like that. It has to be kind of processed down there. Do you know the way your body breaks up the food and then it distributes it?
No, I'd say it just fucking kind of mix in with your.
Yeah, I suppose it'll get mixed in with it. Yeah, fuck that. Fuck all of that.
Yeah.
Oh, you were bloody fucking, you know, 2-foot Nokia chargers, you know, finding
maybe he was in a holding cell. He thought he was going to the Big Brother house and he had to bring a charger with him that he could use from his bed while it was plugged in. 2-meter one.
Fuck's sake. Imagine it, huh? I have no charger and he reaches down the back of his pants. One second, please, I'm finding your chargings.
Pulling it out.
He takes it out and the smell off it.
Yeah, keep your smelly charger.
Yeah. The one time it would actually make sense to use that phrase.
I was explaining that to a Lithuanian fella that I used to work for.
Yeah.
I was explaining to him about a smelly fiver. Yeah. And he was like, or I said something to him about a smelly fiver and he was like, what do you mean? I was like,
don't worry about it, it's only a smelly fiver.
Yeah, and I was like, no, I said, I don't mean like it's smelly, like, because he couldn't understand what I was talking about. I just meant like, you know, it's not worth much, it's just a fucking smelly fiver, like, you know, or someone would be like, oh, you're after scratching my car, and you're like, it's a smelly polo, well.
Who cares about your smelly car?
I think that's very good.
Yeah, it's weird, like.
Smelly, yeah, it just means like, there's obviously people listening now that don't know, but it just means like that it's just not worth anything really, isn't it?
It's just like, it stinks, it's shit, it's no good, like.
It stinks, we can't say that. Like,
yeah, we can't say
like, your car stinks, dude.
We just got your smelly car. Yeah, that's what it is, I suppose. It's our version of that stinks, like.
Yeah.
We're just not posh enough.
But would you say like a fiver stinks?
Yeah, but like, you know the way they go, like, your school stinks or whatever.
Yeah.
We go out to your smelly school, you know, or whatever.
Yeah, but
it's kind of our version. It wouldn't be applied the same way to every sentence.
Yeah. I think the way that I'd think of it, like if somebody asked me what it mean, the first thing that I'd say is like just that it has no value.
Yeah. But that's what they mean as well when they say it stinks. Like, they don't mean it actually stinks. Like,
yeah, I know, but I wouldn't say it about a school or whatever. I'd say about a possession. I'd say.
But you could say the same thing about it sucks.
Yeah. I don't think I'd say it. I think I'd only say it about a possession. Just in my head now, from when I try to think of it, I don't think I'd say it about.
You wouldn't even say it to someone like with your smelly job.
No.
Or anything like that.
Just a possession. Like if someone said, "Look, oh, you fucking sat in my headphones."
Like if a guard finds you,
smelly headphones out of the pound shop, go out of it.
If a guard finds you on the way home, like, you could grab your smelly job.
No.
That's one you hear the whole time, or the one that makes me laugh.
No, your little job.
Yeah,
your little friends. Too busy with your little friends.
I think I said that before. You hear people, if you could be in the post office or something, you hear someone roaring and shouting that their money isn't there or something, and the person behind the counter is having none of them. So they're like, "Oh, I think you're great with your big fancy job."
Yeah.
like it's just a post office, man. It's not a big fancy job. Like,
or people think like, "Oh, because you're working in the bank that you're fucking blah blah blah." It's just a fucking, you know. I'm not saying like that it's a stupid job, but they think like that just because you're working with millions that you have millions like, or thousands or whatever.
It gives you an idea of their state of mind. Like, you know, I'd never have a big fancy job like that. Like, you could, man.
Yeah, definitely. But I don't know. I'd say the only way, so try and use that, try and put that into your everyday lives now. Like something has no value. Someone says like, "Oh, you fucking you wet my whisper." Just smelly multi-pack whisper, you fool. Things that size. So yeah, smelly, no value, or smelly, it sucks.
Gammy. Like, is that Limerick or what? Gammy? Yeah.
I don't know, because like I've always, as long as I can remember, I've heard of gammy, and you obviously do as well. Like, I don't remember gammy coming around, like,
yeah.
Do you know, and the same with fucking like yurt and stuff like that. Like, that's been around all my life, like, and it's just been popularized within the last couple of years. Or
it's gassed away, like, over the rubber bandits. Like, a lot of times if you're talking to someone from another county, they'll be like, you use a certain phrase or something, they'll be like, you're copying the rubber bandits. And you're like, no, man, the rubber bandits are using Limerick phrases.
But like, it wasn't even them who came out with your, like,
it was your man.
I
can't see Ryan.
Yeah, but it wasn't even him. It was in one of the Oaks that he was in, one of his videos. And when somebody said it in that, he turned around and said yurt, and then it became popularized, and then they started using it.
Yeah.
Because I remember that. I can remember it going, I remember your man saying it, going like, fucking hell, he said yurt, remember that?
Yeah.
You know, and then it just kind of came back around again.
Yurt.
But yeah, what you were saying about gammy, I've always remember gammy, like, just, if anybody doesn't know what gammy means, it just means like,
same thing, shitty,
yeah. Like, if you're fucking, like, if your charger only works one way, you'd say like, my charger's gone a bit gammy or whatever.
Yeah, or bad even, like,
or bad. Or if you have a shit car, like, then you have a gammy car. If you're fucking if your haircut is bad, you have a gammy haircut.
Anything, yeah.
Like I have a gammy hairline.
Yeah, that's another one of those words now, though. Like, there's so many of them that I thought were just Irish, like, and then they turn out to be just pure Limerick.
Yeah, but there's
people from other places never heard of them.
I've seen a bit on social media now of Dublin people using gammy as well.
Yeah,
so I don't know. But then again, people say like, Feen and Bure, that's Limerick to the core, and then there's other people say, no, that's Cork.
I've had so many Cork people trying to tell me like, that's a Cork word, and all, and I'm like, no, it's not Cork, and it's not Limerick, it's travellers' words. Like, is it? We're all copying the travellers.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't belong to any of our counties. Like,
where it comes out of, but I always just
that's like basically travellers have their own language, more or less. Like, they made up all these words like Feen and Bure, and fucking there's a load of them. Like. But so they could talk around us, settled people, and we wouldn't know what they were talking about.
Kind of a code, like.
Yeah, obviously. Then people picked up on it.
I wonder, does anybody know backslang, or even do they call it something else?
Jesus, yeah.
Because like that's another, like, if I'm anywhere with a child now, like, and I suppose I haven't really used it, but if we were around people and I needed to say something,
she just likes to use it when I'm there.
Yeah.
So I don't know what she's saying.
Yeah. But like, I could say something to her, and nobody else would know what we're saying. Well, a lot of people, like. But if I was to say like, you know, have a go, Avergar, you have a go, give a geep, give a ging, have a go, you have a go, have a ging, have a girl. That means like, hi, how are you keeping? How are you doing? Well, and like, there's a lot of people that just wouldn't know about that. Like, I wonder where that came out of. I
don't know. I've heard of it before.
It's been called backslang, but then I've heard other people calling it double Dutch or whatever the fuck. I don't know what. I've heard people going, can you speak that double Dutch thing? And I'd be like, what? And then they say that uvagu avagat thing. I'd be like, backslang. But I don't know. My brother taught me.
What's this now? Yurt, Limerick slang, a form of saying yes or celebrating something spelt wrong. Yort, lads, she was some ride last night. Raises glass. Fuck's sake.
Fuck's sake.
She was some ride last night.
But yeah,
who says that?
I remember that Yort or Yet.
Yeah, Yet. There's any kind of variation of it, like Yert. Yort. Yet. Yet. Yet or that. It's just like,
Yet or that.
Yet.
Yeah, that's a pure one. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't
or that as well, and even like get up or that.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that's Limerick, but you know, like what the fuck is that? Or like get up or that,
mup or that,
yup or that, mup. I said,
yit.
Mup is something
I
farmers say when they're like trying to get cattle to fucking go into a trail or fucking go into a cow.
Say like get up or that.
I don't know what
could be.
I wouldn't trust that Urban Dictionary either for people who are trying to find out things because
I think that's just. I think anyone can go on there and add those, like, isn't it?
Yeah, sure. Look at that.
That's
look
added by gammy, a word associated with someone who is quite frankly disgusting or infected with a viral disease. Someone who sticks fingers in ketchup, then up their bum would be a gammy, or would be gammy.
Fuck off! No.
One who is gammy could be called a Lewis and doesn't wash their hands.
That's it down there.
Adding them to the gammy.
Hutchie has gammy hands.
Nah, for fuck's sake. Nah, that's wrong.
Gammy just means gammy, like
bad.
Hashtag gammy disgusting virus.
Jesus.
The world has gone gammy now at the moment with this coronavirus.
Yeah.
Could say that.
The whole world has gone gammy, yeah. But like coronavirus has been ignored anyway at the moment because these protests after taking over, social distancing has gone out the window all over America and a lot of the UK now as well.
I passed a group of fucking kids a while ago on the way home. And there was about 12 of them just in a big bunch, just all sitting down around, standing around, just up in each other's business.
All up in their grills and shit. Yeah, these old protests are mad, aren't they? The way they're going, man. They're making serious points now at the moment, like where they're pulling down all the statues of all these old political leaders and shit. Like anyone with anything to do with slave ownership or anything like that, like any kind of racist
and
fuckers.
rightfully so, because fuck racism.
Well, that's it. Like, and in the posts that I've seen, people were like saying like people like that should never have had a statue in the first place. You know? Or even if they did, like quickly afterwards, people should have realised like, okay, times have changed, take that fucking down. Like,
yeah.
But like people are doing it now. They're ripping them down. Even in the UK, man, in Bristol, I saw a while ago, load of people out in the street just ripping down statues, and they carried it along and fucked it into the river.
Yeah, I saw that already.
Big huge statue.
That's mad.
So it's mad to see what way that's all going to pan out. The only thing I worry about, man, is this whole thing a fucking setup, like, they're going to use this to their advantage, the government's, like,
I don't know.
Because like I was saying a while ago, there's some weird thing going on over there where someone is dropping off pallet loads of blocks, like bricks, all along the streets where these protests are about to happen. So if there's a scheduled protest for tomorrow in a certain area, someone is dropping off pallet loads of bricks, like, and they don't know who's doing it.
And how are the police, whatever, not coming along going like, oh, pallets of bricks, let's get rid of them?
Exactly, yeah. They're being left there like on purpose, you know.
That's what
it's like fucking ammunition for people who are a bit pissed off. Like, someone sees a pallet load of bricks, they might just start throwing them, and then that just gives the police an excuse to come in and slap the head off people and arrest people.
Well, Trump is saying basically, like, lads, if you do this, like, I'll come back, I'll use force, like.
He's talking about martial law, like, he's talking about bringing in the military and everything, like, and that's like, that's always been a conspiracy theory that, like, the government will try to push the people to a certain point where they'll cause war out in the streets, and then they can declare martial law. And there's some weirdness then that happens with martial law. That's basically like they bring in the military and they take over for the police. Like, and once that happens, then there's something like your rights and shit don't matter anymore, or something like that. I think the military has like a different
some immunity that
some kind of fucking powers, like, where they can just take you away and shit, like, you know, or whatever. I don't know. It's a big fucking deal anyway. Like, if martial law is declared, and everyone's trying to avoid that, so they're all fucking telling people over there. They're telling people, John, not to get carried away with these protests because you're just giving them an excuse to declare martial law. So there's video clips there of people, like, there's a peaceful protest and one fucker starts smashing windows or something. The rest of them jump on him, grab him, carry him over to the police and hand him over, like this fella broke a window, take him. Do you know what I mean?
Jesus.
We're keeping this peaceful, like.
And there's a lot of police as well. I've seen a lot of police forces are coming over, like, and kneeling down in front of the protesters, going like, we respect what you're doing, or whatever the fuck like that. But they'd probably get what am I saying? Not disqualified from their jobs, not fired,
like suspended or whatever.
Yeah. Do you know, they probably would, like, would they?
I don't know. They should get a pat in the fucking back because they're stopping all the violence. Like,
they're being sent out to combat these fucking protesters, whatever, and then they're kneeling down and respecting them and stuff. So they're probably fair play to them for fucking doing it.
Yeah, that's the way it should be. Like they should be like they're just members of the public as well. At the end of the day, like all the guards here, they're gonna have to put up with whatever fucking shit happens as well in their own daily lives. Like when they're not at work, like you know.
Yeah.
So like fucking, they should go out and stand with the protesters, but like they're not being sent out there to just tackle them. They're there in case things get out of hand. So by them going up and saying we're with you, we'll march with you, and all that's what I saw. Then things don't get out of hand. They're all walking down the road with their arms around the police officers and everything. They're all cheering and everything's happy. So that's like they kind of diffused the situation a bit there. Like,
and did you see? I sent it in. I sent it to you after last week when we were talking about that man who died, George Floyd. Floyd Mayweather said he's going to pay his funeral costs.
Oh yeah.
And then Kanye West said that he's going to pay for his daughter's college, to put her through college or whatever.
Jeez.
And there's millions. I think the highest ever money raised for him, for his family.
They probably set up some fund or whatever.
Yeah. So I think it's one of the highest ones ever raised.
Jesus, yeah. Like this has gotten the biggest reaction out of everything. I'd say. Like
there's other people then coming in going like, oh, what about this person that happened to him? Blah blah blah. I know that they're right in saying that, but it's like when things keep happening, they get to a certain point, and then everybody's just like, all right, that's it. Now we're going to stand up, and this keeps happening. Blah blah blah. If it's one thing that happens, the first time, they're not going to go, we're sick of this.
Yeah.
This keeps, I think the reason that this man is getting so much news coverage and everything like that is because they just had enough of it.
Yeah,
because so many people have died, innocent people have died over the years at the hands of the police and stuff like that. That now they're just sick of it, and that's why. And it's not as if people are going like, oh, he's the only one that matters or whatever. Everybody does that ever died like that, but he's just the final straw.
Yeah,
I think that's what I think.
That's what it is. Like the straw that broke the camel's back. They're sick of seeing it. Plus, it's after happening at a time where tensions are high with people anyway. People in America, especially, man, a lot of them are struggling because of this. They've been out of work for months and all this, like, and they're frustrated sitting at home as it is, and then they see something like this, and it just fuck. Yeah. You know, it's mad shit, man. It's hard. It is hard to even understand what it's like. Yeah. So for them, like, I don't think you could ever understand it. Like, no, Jesus, there's no way. Like, no. Do you know the way people say, like, oh, I can only imagine? You can't even, like,
you can't only imagine.
You don't know what it's like. So I don't know. It'd be interesting to see what way it pans out. Hopefully, fucking something good will come out of it. Like, hopefully, they don't just end up fucking arresting a load of more people and more people getting killed, because they've killed other people. They've killed more black people, like, since these riots started. They killed another fella a few nights ago as well. Left him in the middle of the street for like 8 hours or something. He was left there, like. You know, so it's crazy, like. But they're just, man, they're mad, like. The police over there are fucking lunatics. Did you see the video of the old man where they just slammed him on the ground? He started bleeding out of his ears. No. He was just standing in front of him and they just hopped him off the ground.
The police did?
Yeah, slammed the back of his head on the ground and started bleeding, like, instantly. There was a pool of blood around his head, like. Fucking. And then there was another old, yeah, poor old frail man. And then there was another one. There was like 2 or 3 frail old men, and they just threw them all on the ground, like, just kept walking. It was like, Jesus, like, we'll break an old person's hip or something like that, like, no problem. They don't care.
Yeah, you nearly do that without even fucking putting them on the ground, like.
Yeah, so that kind of shit needs to fucking stop anyway, man. They're getting carried away with themselves, like. They think because they have a little badge or something they can do what they want, like. Well, they're in the right place now because the Americans are fucking lunatics. That's the thing about it over there. The police have guns, but the people have guns too, like. And they have serious weapons over there. So if it gets worse and worse, Jesus Christ. Hopefully it won't. It seems to be kind of calming down though, with all the violence and all that. Everyone seems to be realising now that we're destroying our own towns and this isn't getting us anywhere. So they're kind of calming it down and just making their point, like. So see how it pans out. What's this? Oh yeah, Anonymous are supposedly after raising their head again. Anonymous hacktivists return after George Floyd murder, expose files on Donald Trump's child trafficking, Princess Diana's alleged killing. What the fuck? I have to read that again. They exposed files on Donald Trump's child trafficking, Princess Diana's alleged killing. What? That doesn't really make much sense, does it?
Yeah, I don't know how the two of them are linked, like.
But I saw something
apparently they leaked his credit card details. Yeah. And somebody bought an apartment out of his credit card.
Or Donald Trump's credit card.
Apparently, I don't know.
So you could buy whatever the fuck you want with his credit card now. He supposedly, anyway, there was some link there with him and Epstein that Anonymous posted these receipts maybe there were credit card receipts or whatever. Or no, it was I think it was from like a court case where Trump was charged with molesting some child or something like that, and he had to pay a settlement and all this, like, and they posted the receipts, and Epstein was involved in it as well, like.
Oh yeah.
So like, fucking hell. Y'all, anonymous leaked Trump White House nudes. For God's sake, Trump is standing in one of those little tents that they do the spray tans in.
Oh, that's what it is. He's getting a spray tan off. For fuck's sake.
Look at the big fucking gun in front of him.
Yeah.
Man. Who the fuck, like, is doing it? He has the worst spray tan person. What you call him? Spray tanner? Tan sprayer?
Spray tannist.
Fucking, they do a shit job, like, they spray him orange, and he never says to him, like, why am I orange? You know what I mean? If I went for a spray tan and it turned out that colour, I'd straight away look in the mirror and be like, why am I this colour?
Yeah,
this is going to develop, and I'll be brown.
Like.
That's fucking weird. He must be going in asking for that. Make me this colour.
I want orange.
It's going to be tremendous.
Orange.
With the hands going constantly.
I want
orange.
Me to be orange.
China. Yeah, apparently he just tweeted that the other day as well, didn't he? Just China.
Did he?
He just tweeted the word China, I think.
He's such a fucking meme.
He's a
like,
fucking lunatic. But yeah, it's like, what's all this talk about him as well, that he's gone into hiding now? He's gone into a bunker.
Yeah, because of the riots and shit. Yeah, he went into a bunker in the White House.
Yeah, I'd say that's a mad thing about that they have built. It's underneath the White House, isn't it? Where he just escapes down there, and it's all like, it's like a fortress. Then he's down there, you can't get at him. Yeah,
I never saw that in White House Down.
Yeah.
See that film?
Yeah.
What's his name? Channing Tatum.
Is it White House Down? Yeah.
Yeah. Channing Tatum goes in for a job with his daughter. Remember, he has no babysitter or something like that, so he brings the daughter with him.
Oh fuck!
And he ends up, I think, getting turned down for the job. But then terrorists or something come in while he's in there for a job interview.
Yeah.
So then he just takes off his top.
Saves the day. Yeah, starts breaking, busting moves.
Yeah.
What's the one I'm thinking of? Is there one called Has Fallen? Something Has Fallen.
It's Olympus Has Fallen?
Is it Olympus?
I don't know what that is though.
Yeah, there's one that's the same. It's the same thing with the White House. A big attack on the White House.
The one I'm on about anyway is called White House Down.
Butler's and down.
Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of.
It was one of those films that I actually sat down and watched from start to finish, and it wasn't funny. So I was very proud of myself because I can't do that. Like, I can't watch a film like it's not funny. I'd
watch it just
weird enough like
all kinds of shit. Like, I started watching Money Heist. Seems kind of interesting enough. It's around since like 2017 or something, but it was recommended to me, so I started watching it. So it's all right. The acting isn't the best in it, like, but it's interesting enough so far. The story, like,
I don't know.
Big mad plan to rob the mint, in Paris, like where they print the money. Like, they have a big mad plan about it. They're wearing mad looking masks.
There's a film about that, isn't there as well?
Could be now, yeah.
Yeah, I watched a film about that. Now it was very good.
Yeah, I think there's a film actually about that series. It's like a documentary about how this documentary supposedly inspired a lot of people around the world. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. I can remember going to like a farmyard and they had a Jeep parked there, a van or something, and then they left there and they headed down to the place. Yeah, I can't even remember if the thing I saw was real or fake.
I don't know.
Was it a film or was it a documentary about it?
Yeah.
Fuck.
No idea.
Yeah, you guys.
That looks good anyway. No fucking way, Mikey, is it?
It is, yeah.
We've been chatting bare shit.
We have been chatting bare shit, yeah. I'm sure I had topics that I wanted to get to, but God.
Fuck it.
It's already time for Taking the Mikey. This is the part of the show where Mikey takes the Mikey.
Where if you laugh, you're bad.
If you were easily offended, fuck off.
I just saw an Indian guy shaking a piece of carpet outside his door. I said, "What's up? Won't start." I never think twice about helping others in need. In fact, I never think once about it. We should respect the fat acceptance movement for how unique it is. It's the only movement without any movement.
Oh, Jesus. Taking the Mikey. The fat acceptance movement. Haven't even heard of this.
If that was a thing, imagine if that, when did that come a thing?
When did that come a thing?
When did that come a thing?
So yeah, Conor McGregor has retired again.
Yeah.
So has everyone wondering who's his next opponent going to be?
Yeah, that's and it was in the early hours. I didn't realize that it was in the early hours of the morning after the UFC was on last night. Like, that's when he tweeted it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. He really
thanks for the cheese. Bye.
Yeah, he really did a 180, didn't he? He was like, "I'm coming back now, 2020. I'm going to do a season. I'm going to have this many fights." Nah, he's no need to do any of it. Like,
But it's a bit stupid, like the way he keeps doing that. Does he think that people are going to be like, oh no,
bring him back.
We don't have Russell.
Bring him back. Yeah, Russell. I'll take over for Russell. Fuck him anyway. Yeah. Who cares? No one will even fucking miss him. He's shit.
Looking for attention. But yeah, I don't know. Does he think like that? People are going. Well, I suppose they are probably going to just.
Then again,
are people going to go into a frenzy, going like, oh no, McGregor has to come back fighting. Do you know
yeah, I don't know. It seems Dana White's stressing. But it seems like that from the way he worded this one, like it seems a bit more serious and more sincere than the last ones. Like
I don't know, it just seems kind of like it just came
he put up a picture of his mother. Did you see that one?
Yeah.
And he was saying like, you know, whatever you want, it's yours, ma'am, and all this kind of thing. Like, so like that kind of sounds to me like he's saying like, I've set out what I wanted to do. Like I can take care of my family and everything for life, and I'm set. Like I don't need this anymore. You know. So, but then I saw like he was talking to Ariel Helwani, the reporter, and he was saying all this about like they're just denying me at the moment. Like they keep pushing fights back and they won't go ahead with things. And he wanted to keep going and keep his activity up and all, but he wanted to stay active, but they were pushing things back all the time.
Was it not his fault that he wasn't fighting?
That's what he's making out like. Yeah. Like he was saying like he would have fought Khabib, but they wouldn't have that. And then they want another fella, Justin Gaethje, to fight Khabib, and he's like, fucking, we have to wait for Khabib to come back because I think Ramadan is still going on.
Oh, all right.
So he was saying like, well, let me fight Justin, then in the meantime, like, for the interim belt, and whoever wins then fights fucking Khabib, like. But they wouldn't do that either apparently, so he was just like, fuck off, sitting around and he has no one to fight or whatever.
Yeah, but what's he gonna do? Like, he's still young, like.
Yeah, do whatever the fuck he wants. Apparently his old Proper 12 is killing it, like.
Yeah.
So that's one company that he has to run as well, like. And then he probably has other shit. He has like the clothes as well. I don't know how he's doing with those clothes, like.
Bored though.
If you've that kind of money, man, get up in the morning and do whatever you want, like. Yeah. I'd never be bored if I had millions in the bank anyway.
Yeah, I suppose. But if it, I don't know. He seemed a bit obsessed, like, but then again, he did kind of say like, "Oh, this is all about the money." Like,
yeah.
You know.
He said that at the start, like, he's like, this isn't an old man's game. Like, you get in, get rich, and get out. This is fighting is not a sport for older men. Like,
that'd be like me. I'd be like him now as well. Run over, jump up on the side of the octagon, and be like, "Yeah, 40 quid, baby."
Yeah, 40 quid handy. Cover a bill now this week.
40 quid. That'll nearly pay for my Wi-Fi. My broadband.
We're
looking like, yay, looking up like, what? Like, he just got beat. He just got beat, but I'm
still getting paid.
Gonna get paid, yay! Like, but the other fella's gonna get way more. Like, give him money.
My bills are covered, bitches.
At least for 2 weeks. If anyone else wants to scrap, let me know.
I know I just want to catch these hands.
But yeah, I don't know. Actually, he's only fucking same age as me,
31, 32, I think. Is it 32?
No, he's younger than me, yeah. 32, I think, yeah. But, yeah, I suppose he can do whatever the fuck he wants. He can get a snare with his kids, watch them, be there for everything for them.
He seems to be still training away as well. Like, you wouldn't know with this fucker. He might decide to fucking fight, like, Manny Pacquiao or some shit next year or whatever. You just don't know, like.
Or The Rock.
Could do it, yeah.
Or Post Malone. It wouldn't surprise me, like.
Post Malone, yeah.
McGregor v. Post Malone. But like, oh yeah, what are they doing? Boxing? No. MMA, is it? No. What are they doing? Singing. Oh, sounds like McGregor
having a rap battle. Yeah. Shut the fuck up, you'll do nothing.
Nothing.
You'll do nothing. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's about it for this week, is it? Baz?
Yeah.
Nothing else that we needed to say.
No questions or anything from the audience.
I didn't post anything, so I think we got through everything last week.
Some friend you are?
Busy, Baz. I'm very busy now.
Some friend you are to the people.
Yeah, I said we'd do it this way this week, though, and it was good. Just to chat shit for a while.
It's another early one again for people.
Yeah, fucking
very early.
Yeah, other than that anyway, lads, everyone look forward to phase 2 tomorrow. All shops reopen.
Phase 2 plus 1.
Phase 2, yeah. Phase 2 plus. No?
Phase 2 S plus mini
phase
plus
2
1.
Plus Galaxy S9, 5, 11, 72.
5G.
69. I don't know.
Slightly better.
Everything, man, normality. I told you, I warned you, normality was going to come back before you realise it. And now tomorrow, all the shops are open.
Nearly.
It's creeping back in. Yeah. Well, every shop can open, except I think it's shopping centres are still closed, isn't it?
Shops can open in supermarkets, but not food courts and shit like that. I don't think you can sit in a bench in the middle of the Crescent now, like tomorrow. I think they're going to have the benches all cordoned off and shit like that.
And the barber shops aren't open yet.
Oh, the barber shops aren't, no.
Oh, yeah.
But
certain jobs
really
like that.
Shop, like,
certain jobs like
a
that.
barber
like,
shop is not a shop.
Yeah, man, I was trying to think about that as well, like, because, like how will jobs like that say? People know, like, beauticians, barbers, any job where you're right up on the person, like, basically working on the person. Yeah, like,
the way that is,
can they not, like, fucking wear something or some kind of a I don't know, some kind of a mask or something while they're working on the person?
In for the whole day, like, you'll be, not breathing right, like, and shit like.
Yeah.
But I think, I was talking. I was talking to somebody about that, and they were saying like that the way it is that you have to keep as much distance as you can and impose as many measures as you can in your business. But if you can't keep 2 meters away, you can't keep 2 meters away. Like, you have to try and operate as safely as you can possibly operate. Like,
but if you can't, then you just can't. You just gotta go on with it. Like, weird.
So that's what I was talking to a fella who's waiting to open back up. You know him, like, that's what he was saying. Like, you just have to operate as you can operate. Like, you can impose as many measures as you can, and whatever you can't impose, you can't.
It's going to be awkward now for fellas who have barbershops like that for you're talking about, because it's busy as fuck. Like, and
like, all appointments.
Yeah,
no.
She's not going to be able to have people sitting down, because that usually those benches are packed. Like,
no, that's what most people are going to do. No seating area. You go onto an app. And fucking book in your appointment. And I actually said to him as well, I said, maybe for people who don't have the app or whatever like that, or who don't want to get it or whatever, that maybe get like a whiteboard or something and just write up their name, like, look, they're in at 2:15 and this person then is in after them, blah blah blah. But he was saying that he's just going to get like a business card, write it down, here we go, come back 2:15 or whatever. So
I suppose, people are just going to
everywhere is going to be a fucking bollocks for the next, I don't know, year or something at least. Like,
think so?
Like, because like queues and shit. Like, when are they going to stop?
Yeah,
we were there. We were passing.
Queues are getting very annoying. In fairness,
we were passing. Yeah, it just fucking puts you off. Like, I went to a supermarket yesterday. A big massive queue. Was like, no, swung around. Went down to a different supermarket. And then I was going over to the range, and I went in the top of Childers Road. And the child says to me, "Oh, look at the queue for the name of the shop." I don't know what the fuck. One of the ones that sell like bedding and stuff like that. And she was like, "Look at the queue for that." I was like, "No, that's the queue for Duns." And
it's wrapped the whole way around.
Up along. So like, that's just like, Duns now is out of the question for me. I'm not going to Duns. Like, not a hope. I went to Tesco and Coon, I know, a few times, and I had to stand behind like 6 or 10 people or whatever like that. But I'm not going waiting behind 20 people. Like, fuck that. And like, there's loads of places that I just cannot see myself in for the next couple of months. Like,
I don't know. I still like, I kind of put it off until I need to go to places, like, and then I'll stand in the queue. But like, the queues move fast is the only thing. Like, as soon as a person comes out the door to leave someone in,
but it's still a bollocks. Like, before, like, when you needed to go somewhere, and you were like, "Oh, fuck it, I'll just go now." And you're thinking, like,
you'd have an idea of how long it's going to take you.
Yeah, but you're like, if you'd be putting off something, and you'd have to go somewhere in the daytime, and you think, fucking traffic now, going here. And then you go there, and you're just like, all right, I'll just go, and I'll put up the traffic, I'll find a parking space, I'll go in, and I'll come back out. Now you have to do that, then stand in a big massive queue as well. It's raining out. I'm not standing in the queue in that rain. Do you know?
The annoying thing about it as well that I've noticed, say, like, if you have to do something at 5 o'clock, and it's whatever time, so you're like, I'll go and do my shopping before that now, and then I'll be back. Before you could do that, you'd say, like, I'll go do my shopping, I'm only going to be 10 minutes in there. Now you don't know. Like, now you arrive at the place, you could be fucking half an hour outside it. And then
do you know, if you go in there at peak time, then you have to deal with the actual queues at the tills too. Whereas that used to be a problem before. It's like, queues not going to be mad inside in here. And then now it's a queue to get in there too. So fuck it.
Wrap it up, so.
Wrap it up.
That'll fucking ease off eventually as well. I just think, anyway, we need to keep an eye on this.
You heard it here first, lads. It's going to ease off soon.
It will ease off. I think we do need to fucking keep an eye on it, though, and not accept this shit as the new norm. Like, so people are saying that this might be just the new norm now, like the new normal.
I bet you it's
going to be like this forever. Like, it fucking can't be.
Queues and queues. I went to fucking Pet Mania 2 weeks ago with the child. She wanted to get something for her lizard. I opened up the door. No signs outside. There was signs there, like, about social distancing, blah blah blah. Fine. Child was like, I don't think I'm going to be allowed in. I opened up the door. Just put my head in the door. Saw a little sign. No kids allowed. Blah blah. So I looked, and the woman was like, "You all right?" was like, can my daughter come in with me? Oh no, this is essential purchases only. I said, yeah, she needs to get something for her lizard. And she was looking at me, she's like, oh, there's no kids allowed. I was like, okay, well, if she explains what she wants, will you get it for her? She's like, oh, I will, yeah. So the child had to lean in the door, yeah, I want this thing, and blah, blah, blah. And your one was like, oh, all right, okay, wooden or plastic, the thing. And she was like, oh, I like this. And I was like, all right, you have to wait there. So I had to go over, pay the woman and come back out.
Yeah, it's weird. But that's the thing, man. Like, what I'm saying is, like, we need to just fucking keep an eye on it and see that, like, if there's no sign of the virus anymore and they're still telling us that this is the new normal, we need to just tell them to fuck off at some stage.
Yeah, but how do we do that? Like, just say that situation, no? Like, what am I supposed to do? Go, like, oh, yeah, no, I'm bringing my child in, fuck that. There's no queue there, like, or anything.
Yeah.
Do you know? But if I go, like, oh, no, I'm bringing her in, she'd be like, well, I'm not serving you, so that's what she'd say, like.
Yeah, we'll need to fucking figure something out with it anyway, because,
we'll just
like,
snap.
Yeah,
create war.
It's weird. Like it's like as if there's something weird about it from the start with me, where it feels like they're using it to control people in a lot of ways, and they're just watching to see how you react. Like, so I think at a certain point, once we can see that we're in the clear and there's no sign of the virus and all that kind of shit, then just we'll have to start telling them to fuck off. Oh, it'll be interesting to see what happens with the pubs anyway. As soon as people get a few drinks in them and they're supposed to be socially distant and all this bollocks.
Thank fuck I'm not sitting there going, oh, can't wait to get to a pub because that is going to be head right.
It's going to be madness.
Anyway.
It's going to be madness.
Anyway, I'm only on 9, you know.
I'm only on 9, you know. I'll leave you go till next week. Anyway, but yeah.
Go on, talk to you in a while.
Talk to you in a while. Smokers. Check out ccpodcast.ie.
Do that.
Yeah.